Okay, hello everybody and welcome to EBINOTTIintuition. We are doing the new moon readings. It's new moon in Taurus this evening if you're watching this when it comes out, and depending on where you are in the world, of course. This is going to be the earth reading for the new moon. So we're going to start out with the earth element. It's the new moon in Taurus, which is an earth sign. You don't have to be a Taurus or an earth sign to watch this reading. This really is for me at EBINOTTI, it's really an elemental kind of thing. It's how we're working with earth as an element in our lives. So, you know, whether you have earth in your chart or not, really irrelevant. So whatever drew you to this reading, you know, these are general readings, guys, so keep that in mind. I don't know about you guys, but I just woke up this morning and was just, you know, when you just start the day off kind of blah, and you know, you try to get out of it, you try to shake it off, you try, you know, even have a coffee, you know, whatever you can do to kind of get out of it. And it's just, eventually I just kind of gave into it and was like, you know what, everyone's kind of feeling that way today. All the girls and stuff at work were just kind of on the same level where it was like, you know, if it was acceptable to wear my pajamas today, I probably would have. So I love that. I love the acceptance in that. You know, it's a great day for pampering. I had myself a nice bath, like a bubble bath. I watched some YouTube while I was in the bath, and it was just, it felt great, you know, to just give in to the, I'm going to be a bag of shit today and it's going to be great. So I hope you eat something that you love. I hope you go for that dessert, or don't, whatever you know makes you really feel good. And you just find some peace in it tonight. And I hope that everybody's kind of on that level with you, no matter where they're at and where their energy is at today. I hope everyone finds some harmony, because I've really kind of sunk into the zen of it, and it feels great. Regardless of, you know, the productive side of me, my mind keeps trying to slip in there and be like, but we could be doing this, or this could get done. You know, I really kind of get off on being productive and getting shit done. So that part of me keeps coming up and being like, ooh, you know, and the rest of me is just like, just chill, you know. And maybe I'll do some research, maybe I'll make some notes or do some writing. Maybe I'll get some tarot readings done for you guys. Who knows? Because here I am literally saying I'm zen, but I'm working, right? I was like, maybe I'll put the readings off until tomorrow. But I was like, no, let's sit down and just see where everyone's at. And maybe it's exactly where they're at today too. And they were just like, acceptance, you know, I can do that. So let's do that. So let's get into it. Like I said, the earth reading, you guys know the drill. Like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, welcome if you're new here, and welcome back to all my subscribers. I'm really trying to be there for you guys this time. I know there's not a lot of message of the days coming out right now because I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff for EBINOTTI Beauty that I hope you guys, if you follow me over there, are just loving, because I'm having so much fun with the new series that just came out. So you can head on over to EBINOTTI Beauty on YouTube and subscribe as well if you're curious about just different kinds of content from EBINOTTI. Same deal with Instagram. It's EBINOTTI over there and EBINOTTI Beauty. EBINOTTI, the Instagram page, hasn't kickstarted quite yet, but there is a little bit of fresh content on there. But that one's where I'm going to be going live and doing readings and stuff on the moons, or just whenever, popping on and doing some live readings and interacting with you guys a little bit. I'm hoping where I am in Canada that they don't shut down everything again, but know that if they do, I will be upping the amount of content that comes out like threefold. So we'll just see. We'll see what the summer is going to bring for 2021. Okay, so that being said, let's get into it. We're going to start with some oracle cards. If you're curious about the decks and stuff that I use, I always list them down below, so you can get them for yourself or check them out or whatever. I wanted to start off with an animal totem today. I was just kind of like listening to the, oh my gosh, listening to the eagles. All of last night, they hunt in the field by my house quite a bit. There's two of them specifically, but there's just a bunch. There's a bunch of those big predatory birds around. And I've just been listening to, you know, nature and the wildlife outside of my window these last couple days. So I thought, you know what? Let's do an animal spirit and see what comes out there for these new moon readings. It is earth as well. We're doing the earth element. So for me, it's a good way to connect is, you know, if you're not into hiking, or you're just not hiking right now, or getting out into nature, kayaking or anything like that, then, you know, maybe you're listening to the animals around you and hearing them in new ways. So we're going to see what's going on around you. Earth element, it's all about, you know, the physical world, your pentacles, your value, you know, how you make your money, how you feel about that, your body, how you feel about that, your health, your wealth, your physical. So definitely a great way to start off. I love starting off with the earth element because I feel like that just, one, it gets it out of the way, you know, so we can get into all the reasons you don't maybe have your earth element sorted the way you want. You don't have the money you want, you don't have the body you want yet, or you're struggling with something, you know, your home, you know how it goes. So let's get started. I want one of these, but I'll take up to 3 depending on what's going on. There we go. There we go. The scorpion. Okay. And the bear on the bottom. I love that earth element right there. There's a lot of bears where I am. I'm in northern BC, you know, and there's bears out here and they're awake now, I tell ya. So just waking up from their slumber, you know, they're hungry, they're out there in new territory, some of them just kind of like exploring what's going on. The scorpion, fire element. I like that. Scorpion can be, ooh, sorry if that was super loud. I'm only going to shuffle these 3 times. Okay. So the scorpion, you know, ooh, that fire element. Very curious about that one on the bottom, Starseed. Okay. Let's get your Starseed card. And then we'll get into your tarot spread, okay? We're going to do a quick pick tarot spread. If you guys want personal readings, they are still available at 50% off right now. Online readings during the pandemic will be 50% off, so they'll cost as much as they do for in-person readings with me. If you've never had an online reading outside of readings like this, there it is, wisdom. Then the online readings one, I just need to slow it down, you know, the online readings are really fun. I really enjoy getting online readings because you get to watch them over and over again. Well, depending on the style of the, you know, the reader, but as long as the channel's up, your reading is up and you can watch it whenever you want. It's a private link, so nobody else can see that. You can share it with somebody if you wanted to, but it really is yours and it is personal. So the scorpion and wisdom. Let's read this one. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. You got, so that was like my first feeling. I'm like, ooh, you got someone in your life that's just, ooh, they're either making you feel this way. You feel that energy coming off the stinger there. It's like, you know, they're either making you feel this way or you have somebody in your life that is really just poking at you. You know, they're really trying to get in there. And I think it's a test, you know, testing your wisdom a little bit. The images on the back of these are all different, so I just wanted to have a quick look at it. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Love that. I mean, nobody wants to hear that when they're pissed off, or, you know, in some way, if this person is really kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just picking on you, just singling you out, fucking, you know, narrow focus on you and everything that you're doing wrong. This feels very much so like a work environment to me. Then one, know that, you know, it might just be your turn this week to be disliked by this person, but that doesn't make it acceptable. It doesn't make it any easier for you to try and make it through the week. So being a spiritual lesson here, and I do think it's a spiritual lesson, I can feel the kind of extremes going on here. There's a lot of people watch these readings, and I can feel the extremes of just having somebody that just triggers you. So there's 2 sort of different scenarios that I'm pulling at here, and we'll see what comes up when we get into these tarot cards. So this is the Crow Tarot, another animal inspired deck, the crows. There's lots of crows by my house. Crows feel like, you know, just as an animal totem, feel like they always got something to say, don't they? Bitchy, man, and just, ooh, they criticize. but maybe they're your best friend. Maybe they're saying it from the best of intentions. And I think that's the problem we have here, is the intentions are not coming from that place. Intuitively, it doesn't feel like this person's intentions are coming from a place where they just want the best from you. This feels like the intention is all kinds of out of balance. So, like I said, let's see what comes up in the tarot cards here. I'm curious about this bear energy over here, because that is very grounded. It is very steady. It's very protective. It feels very, very safe. And I just feel like some little fucking pipsqueak is poking the bear and they should watch themselves. I just like heard that whole thing play out. Woo! Okay, so let's see. Let's see. One more shuffle and we'll cut this deck and get into it. Okay. We're going to take 5 cards in the first row and then another 5 clarifying. We're going to switch up the deck for the clarifiers, see if we get any repeats, and just see what comes. I'll try to make it snappy if I can. I don't want to waste too much time here. Knight of Wands. Okay, more fire energy there with that Knight of Wands. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. The Devil. Major Arcana number 15, the Devil. Let's get the 3rd card and the central energy for this spread. Nice deep breaths here to keep everything clean. 8 of Wands. More fire energy. Central energy, 8 of Wands. Quick movement. Lots of movement going on this week, so we're going to see. I love this new moon energy for this. Whatever you got going on, this is a good time for it. I can tell you that with the energy we have. Taurus, mama bear energy, that shit does not fuck around. So let's see. 2 more cards here before we get the messages. Ooh, almost. I'm gonna take one of those. 7 of Pentacles. We got some coins, so finally we've got some earth element here. I really wanted to know some money stuff because, you know, it's a pandemic and everyone likes to know where their money's at. You can watch all of the elemental readings if you're interested. I love fucking with all the elements and just seeing where I'm at. Some take precedent, you know. Money takes precedent sometimes. Love, passion, ooh, emotions, all that kind of stuff. So there's the 5th, and we'll see what's on the bottom. 9 of Cups, okay. So, let's make moves here. 6 of Cups, coming in the past. 6, 7, 8, I like that. Okay, central energy, 8 of Wands. And wisdom. Okay, so before we even get the clarifiers, I do feel like you're being tested, you know, and I feel like any tarot reader could tell you this, but I'm going to try and keep it real with you. So right now you've got a situation going on with somebody who is just, oh my God, I know you're on a mission. I know you got shit to get done right now. You're working on your pentacles or your skill set. Like, you're making moves right now, 100%. This Knight of Wands feels very much so like your energy. And the thing about the Knight of Wands is people can say so much shit against that. And I feel like somebody is just really trying to tear you down, really like kind of disrupting your zen, which pisses me off on so many levels. But you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing, and it is coming from a genuine and authentic place. So you don't have to explain that to anybody or justify it to them. It's really unfortunate when somebody thinks the worst of you or really tests kind of like your spiritual resolve to see how fucking zen you can be when you're being triggered like you are right now. But this really is a moment where taking the high road will be the best thing for you in the long run. And that can be very difficult and very challenging. But here, trust, right? Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. That's the thing. It's like you're going to be tested in a lot of ways on this journey. And this is one of the not simplest ones to deal with. I don't want to demean this in any way. This is a lot to deal with. The kind of person that really gets at you and is just so cruel and so mean, and they really get you, you know, like they get in there in ways that few can. So I can feel the tension involved in that, because this is devil energy, right? And right before you take flight, you take off, and you really give an idea or yourself some bearing, some like a chance, you really start putting stuff into it, that energy always comes in and tries to throw you, right? And if there's people around us that are spiritually weak, then that's how it gets at us. It'll come through people, sometimes our closest friends, family, lovers, like. And when we're making big moves on our path, because that's what you are right now, Nine of Cups is 100% you're on your path. So when you're making moves like that, it's, you know, it's going to throw a lot of people for a loop, and it's going to test their spiritual resolve as well. So, I mean, what can I say? I'm not going to defend anybody in your life, because I feel like you'll do enough of that for them. But it's important to recognize too when you have an unhealthy person in your immediate vicinity and what you have to do about that, because it does feel like in some way you have to put up boundaries there and you have to distance yourself. And it's not forever, but right in this moment, like, you really need to lean into things that make you feel good because of what you're doing, you're creating. Like I said, you're on mission, on path. So you don't want to be swayed right now, you know, so you want to keep your energy very protected, be your own kind of mama bear, you know, especially if this is coming from mama bear, which it happens, you know, it fucking happens. And we love them, and you know, in that case they do mean the best for us. Maybe it just is a Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? You know, even if their intention is all kind of backwards, then, you know, maybe you need to love them unconditionally. And you do. I know you do. I can feel the familial bond, and it runs very deep, you know, it's very understanding, but it's also like, well, shit, you know, you also have to put up with this. So I'm kind of feeling for you on that one, but it is what it is. Here we are, and we're trying to, I mean, Knight of Wands, and your energy right now is so just, oh, it's so great. It's free, and it's creative, and it's fun and sexy, and just all of the things, you know. You're young, and you're beautiful, and you're passionate, and you just want to be in an emotionally good place, Nine of Cups. And you want this to happen like now. Like, you were sick of the shit. You were not fucking dealing with it right now. You want to feel good, and you're not down to wait for it. It's like right now. So let's get your clarifiers here. We're going to clarify each of these cards, another row of 5, one by one, and see just what else we get. Ooh, the star almost slipped over there. It's a card of just blessings, you know, feeling so grateful right now and just appreciative. And it's really hard if you have someone around that's just like such a bummer, like super judgmental, just, you know, pessimistic. 8 of Swords. Yes, ma'am. That is a mental prison that we put ourselves in. So a lot of mental barriers to be broken down here. Again, I feel like that's that wisdom that needs to come through. Sometimes we are our own adversaries. We knock ourselves down. We don't even need a bully. We can be that thing for ourselves. So, you know, I feel like spiritually you're being tested on a lot of levels because you're changing in such a good way. And maybe you feel like, oh my God, like I can't handle any fucking challenges right like this right now, you know? I've got enough fucking shit to deal with in my life. This is the earth reading, you know? It's money and health and the kids and the home and the jobs and the hubbies and it's a lot. It's a lot. And then here we are just telling you, yeah, by the way, spiritual lessons, wisdom, facing the devil down, you know? It's like, holy shit. But know that you are 100% capable. And also, I feel like you're kind of like vibrating super high right now. You're feeling really, really good, but you might be having spikes, you know? You might be like feeling really, really good, but then you have this really quick drop, but then, you know, it comes back up and you're like, holy fuck, it feels a little bit unstable. I can tell you based on these, it's not as unstable as it feels. It's just, you know, sometimes when you get high, the lows come real quick. So it's a mental game. I highly recommend the air element reading as well for you. Because of this Eight of Swords over here, but like I said, we've got some more cards, so let's get them out. There we go. Ten of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. I love the Queen of Swords centrally here. Ooh, so many cards trying to pop out. Let's get the last two. The Sun. Fuck yeah. No more positive card in all of tarot than the Sun card. Major Arcana number 19. One more. Ooh, two more came out. We'll take them. Three of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, we've got Sun goes here. Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, and final card, the Lovers. Wow, would you look at that? I'm gonna put that central for you. Okay, give me just one quick second here. Eight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, like, there's a lot of feelings of self-doubt that come in and out, some dark thoughts, you know, and I feel, again, like that's a very natural place to be at when you're feeling fresh and new and doing new things and on mission and trying to get yourself to take this passionate energy when it comes and run with it a little bit, again, on mission. So the mental barriers here should be rather fleeting. They're going to feel pretty extreme because of the high that you can and are getting to pretty consistently right now with this Three of Pentacles on the bottom. Also 10 of Pentacles under the Devil. I mean, the Earth energy here is strong. You know, 10 of Pentacles is the community, not just the self, but the community really thriving. Okay, so there's a lot to be grateful for here, and you're feeling so grateful. You probably look around every once in a while in the last little while and are just extremely overwhelmed with how beautiful your life is, how lucky you are. You know, it's that feeling of abundance, and it's abundance in the whole family, you know, so everybody looking around and just feeling really blessed. Again, the extremes here, of feeling that and then snapping into fear, doubt. It's a very kind of like a carousel. It feels like it's spinning a little bit. So if you're spinning, if you're feeling intense, again, distancing yourself from any kind of energy that really throws you, especially a specific person. And if this is meant for you, I think you know who I'm talking about. A little bit of distance or maybe a serious conversation there would really do the trick, because we do have the Queen of Swords here centrally. So she is very much so somebody who's going to speak the truth. She's also the type who's going to take that sort of truth and cut the tie, not necessarily permanently. Like I said, it really is up to you, but sometimes you just need to cut the tie and distance yourself a little bit to get grounded. So making decisions in love and fate and destiny, it really is important sometimes to just take your mental health, your physical health, and how you're feeling very seriously and put that above everything and everybody. No matter how many times they try to get in touch, no matter how much they expect from you, somebody who loves you and respects you needs to understand that sometimes you're not doing well, and sometimes you need, you know, to not have all these things to do, and sometimes you just need a break. So maybe expressing that in the most grounded way that you possibly can without like having a blow up would be very beneficial. The Lovers here is great. For all you singles out there, know that the Lovers is a perfect place to be vibrating, especially with the Queen of Swords trumping it. It's like you have a very authentic point of reference right now. So where you're attracting from and kind of where you're sitting in terms of your love, your passion, your emotions is really healthy. So that's bringing a lot of communication, a lot of movement your way, and I love to see that. Case of the ex is very possible right now, so do be careful if you're not wanting to reconnect with an ex. Again, your energy feels really just pure and beautiful, youthful, authentic, genuine in so many ways with the Sun and the Six of Cups out here. So I'm not too worried about it, but the devil is here. The past, you know, the devil in the past is here. So Being able to cut off and be authentic to yourself is also being able to completely disconnect from people that are no longer, you know, healthy for you or just on the same level as you, you know, so keep that in mind. We've done a lot of work. We're kind of nesting right now in some way. Like I said, you know, woke up this morning and just felt kind of, oh. So maybe, you know, it's a great time to just sit back, reflect, look at all the work that you've done, keep tending to, but, you know, take a little bit of a load off, step back a little bit if you need to today and just kind of relax. At any point this week, you've got 2 weeks of new moon energy to really work with that and get yourself to a fresh, kind of ready to move forward state. I mean, there's no better energy than new moon in Taurus to do that. So I love that. Definitely getting grounded here with the Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles on the bottom. It's like getting grounded, committing to your happiness, to the things that make you laugh and smile and feel genuinely good. Like things are going to be all right. So you want to keep those people really, really close. And like I said, just kind of not try and collaborate as much with the people that don't feel that way. If you need to, you know, say what you got to say about not feeling good right now and have that conversation. Otherwise, just be busy with other things. You know, sorry, can't, already committed to this. Sorry, can't, already working with that person. Sorry, can't, like, you know, had plans to do this today. So the whole I'm busy thing works wonders, especially with this kind of energy, which can be a bit snappy, nasty, narcissistic, out of balance, you know, on whatever scale that's on. Because like I said, you don't have to hate this person if it's you understand why they're going through what they're going through, and this is very typical for them. It can be very frustrating, but you know, you can't always break those ties because it's like you love that person no matter what they are. So, you know, you want to dance with the devil, baby? You do that. But I'm going to be over here, building my pentacles, getting aligned spiritually, you know, making good decisions that are authentic for myself because there's many, many opportunities, lots of movement around you, but you have to be still for that to work for you, okay? Because of all the work that you've already done, you got to let it catch up. You got to let yourself slow down a little bit, relax a little bit, and get still so that you can feel the wisdom, and then boom, just like that, hand open to receive. Okay, we're gonna leave that one right there. That was great, actually. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you do, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And I was like, oh, 15 minutes, sweet. Oh, cool, 27:27 was just on the clock as I was saying that. So 30 minutes, sweet. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I really can't talk fast, and I'm used to talking fast, so it's kind of frustrating. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really do hope that this helped you get some clarity or some guidance and just kind of connect to your path intuitively. And yeah, I will see you on your next reading.